Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Spawn Nudie. I'm Spontaneous One. Welcome back to another pack opening. I know Kamigawa Neon Dynasty just recently came out, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago by now, by the point that this is coming up. But I still got to be opening the D&D packs because these are genuinely some of my favorite packs come out. They might not have the best cards, but one, their full arts are just amazing. And two, it has some of my favorite oh my goodness, just general things in it. Starting off with this beautiful full art with the signature. You cannot beat the signature full arts. The back card is I can't even read that. Spider! Hey, we got a spider. I'm blind, guys. I'm sorry. We got a basic forest, which is going into my dump box, which is just a bunch of cards that I'm trying to get rid of because I already have a ton of those forests. We got a Burlette, 3 generic, 1 green, 3/3 beast. At the beginning of your instep, if a creature you control died, if a creature died this turn, it's a 1/1 counter. It's one of their special arts. Kick the door, 1 red, sorcery. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. That creature gains haste until end of turn and can't be blocked by walls this turn. Venture into the dungeon. That is a long effect. It's a cheap venture into the dungeon, though, so I kind of like that. I think that's about far enough. You see a guard approach. I love some of the names of some of these cards because it's like stuff you'd see in a D&D campaign. It's 1 blue, instant. Choose one. Distract the guard. Tap target creature. Hide. Target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. Both really solid effects, especially for a 1 cost. 1 cost tapping creature, it's not that great, but 1 with having the versatility of choosing the other option of hexproof and 2 being hexproof, it's a fun card. Bull strength. 1 generic, 1 green instant. Target creature gets +2/+2, gains trample until end of turn. Untap it. There's a lot of good effects in there. Getting +2/+2, it's okay for a 2 cost, not great. It gaining trample just is awesome. And untapping it might not always be the best part. Theoretically, you wouldn't need to untap it, but sometimes your opponent could be tapping your creature, or it could be like one of your mana rocks, and you just deciding to swing out, and it could make the difference. So you end up giving it +2/+2 and trample. Moonblessed Cleric. 2 generic, 1 white. Also, it's an instant, so then you could play it on your opponent's turn, and then tap one of your big creatures and make it even bigger and hurt them for attacking you. I think that's probably my favorite use of this. Moonblessed Cleric. 2 generic, 1 white. It's a 3/2 human elf cleric. Divine Intervention. When Moonblessed Cleric enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an enchantment card, reveal it, and shuffle and put it on top. It's an okay card. It's a search card. It's not like a search add to hand, which would have been a lot better, but it's an okay card. Enchantment, I could see some uses for this, but not the best. I'm going to take my ugly knee out of this. Cleric class, 1 white. Enchantment class. If you would gain life, you gain that much life +1 instead. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. That's level 2, which you have to pay 3 generic, 1 white. Level 3, where you pay 4 generic, 1 white. Whenever this class comes level 3, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. You gain life equal to its toughness. It can be very solid. Now, here comes one of my favorite commanders. Telstria, Moondancer. 1 green, 1 white. Elf Cleric. Legendary creature, if you couldn't guess from me saying it's one of my favorite commanders. 2/2. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on it, and you scry 1. You get, every time you, every instant of gaining life, you get 1/1 counters, and it's great. It's just a solid effect. Unexpected Windfall. 2 generic, 2 red. Instant. Whenever you cast it, discard a card. You draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. Overall, I think it'd be better if you didn't have to discard a card, but it's a 4 cost. You get 1 card you refresh a card, and you get 2 treasure tokens, pretty much just making it into a 2 cost. Belvor Battle Hammer. 2 generic, 1 red, 1 white. Dwarf Warrior. It's a 5/3. Each creature you control gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to it. You may pay 0 rather than pay the equip cost for the first equipped ability you activate each turn, which could be very busted in some formats. Not gonna lie, especially because it's red-white. Okay. Hand of Velkin. 3 generic artifact creature. It's a legendary artifact. Equipment, excuse me. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, equip creature or a creature you control named Velkin gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Equipped, pay 1 life for each card in your hand, or you can pay 2. So this could be just a very busted card. And then we end up getting a second rare, which is also a shiny, Tasha's Hideous Laughter. 1 generic, 2 blue. Sorcery. Each opponent exiles a card from the top of their library till that player exiles cards with total mana value of 20 or more, which is one of the scariest, genuinely scariest mill cards I've seen. Mainly because of how cheap it is and how effective it is. So I like mill. It's one of my favorite formats, or favorite style effects. The main reason I like mill is because it kind of just, it makes them have, it's an alternative winning condition that kind of punishes you for playing the game, but not in a way like counter does. You can still play the game, and counter is usually put with mill, but I make your clock go a lot quicker. And this card could hit a good 20 cards, because each land does not count as mana cost. You don't want to have a bunch of 7-8 mana cost cards in your deck. If you're playing a more expensive deck, then this might only hit 4 or 5 cards, but it's going to hit some of your more valuable cards. And there's a chance you can't pull them back. Yeah, there's some decks that this really would not hurt, like Zombies, or Black Recursion, or Black-White Recursion, or certain, like, just, it wouldn't hurt recursion decks. But if you're playing, like, Green Mana Ramp, yeah, your big 7-cost creatures are going to take a big chunk out of what this card's going to do, but your extra amount of lands in the deck is definitely going to take a plummet. Alright, thank y'all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day.